Let's run it again. It's working!
Welcome to another SOP video, this time featuring Torvald, the runic sage.
Let's experiment.
Well, you already know his lore, so let's skip to the gameplay. Torvald is a tank, so you must go to the point, right? No! He's the tank with the least amount of health in the game. Even Lilith has 3000 health, and she's a support! With that said, you would think he's the worst tank, right? Ah, no. There's more. Torvald has a passive shield with 2500 HP, so thanks to it, he goes from the tank with the least health to one of the tankiest tanks. And you can even increase your base health with cards, but we will talk about that in just a bit. You might be asking, why do I need shield? Oh my child, to protect others. You will be their shield. Just look at your teammate. He looks so happy. And he would be happier if you were there to protect him. So block the damage and... Your shield will not give the enemy ult charge and heals from life rip. But be careful. You will be affected by wreckers, so that means half of your health will take 30, 60 or even 90% more damage from other players. That means you basically don't have the shield to protect yourself. And that seems weak, right? Oh, you're so wrong. Torvald's primary fire, high five. Torvald tries to high five people firing up to 4 projectiles per second, dealing a max of 200 damage per projectile.
Welcome to the Tidal Surge developer update.
200 damage. The dude just wants to high five people, and you think you can reject him? No! His primary deals more damage than you expect. You can be minding your own business and you see a Torvald, and you think, it's just a Torvald, he's not gonna do much. But he will. The dude just wants to high five people, and if you don't high five him back, he will be mad. Very mad at you. Maybe even right click. I want to shake your hand. With this ability, Torvald targets the closest enemy on your line of sight, dealing 400 damage per second over 2 seconds. If you kill your target during this ability, or if they die, you will target the nearest enemy for the rest of the ability duration. That's what should be happening if the game worked as intended. But I think it works in Ying's clones and that's it. With that said, just be aware that you can target Ying clones with this, and that's kinda shish. You can't use any other ability when this is active, and only use this if you have your target in range. While active, you can look around or the opposite way of the enemy, but if there is a wall between you and them, the ability will be cancelled, and this can be affected by resilience. Yes, I know that now isn't bound, but I don't care, I'm getting used to it, okay? And the script was written like 4 months ago since I updated this thing. Oh, you thought that was it? No. That's just the beginning. When this ability is active, you silence the enemy that you are targeting. And you don't know how this last phrase affects the game. You put your enemy low and use this ability on him, and you just... I don't know what happened. This will make your target have a seizure in the middle of the fight. They almost forget to shoot you, even though they still can. It only affects the abilities. You can counter a lot with this. Poor... Oh my god. They have to buy Unbound against this, or else this happens. This is so frustrating to fight against. But in the Torvald's POV, you're just a gentleman. You just feel like shaking his hand. It's just... I wanna shake your hand. I wanna shake your hand. Q, you want some boba? Boba for you, boba for you, boba for you. The kids these days just want drinks like this. I mean, don't get me wrong, I tried and I genuinely liked it. You get some tea with milk, or juice, I don't know. You go for a sip, and you get bubbles and they make a tiny explosion in your mouth. Like, it's so good. Sometimes you just want to be alone, or with your friends at a call, or in person, and have some tea or coffee, and it's so relaxing. And if it's cold outside and raining, and you're home with your blanket, hearing the rain while you're in your comfort zone, and might want to play a game, and you hop on Paladins, and you have a good time, despite all of the problems. It's so... Do you think I forgot to explain the ability? So you probably know what this thing does already because of the gameplay. You just give 550 shield to an ally instantly. You only have a split second of delay because of servers or something. And that's it. Your teammate is dying? Shield. Your teammate is pushing? Shield. You see your healer? Shield. Your teammate is full health? Shield. Your shield is full shield? Shield. This shield will be affected by Wrecker as well, but it will also be affected by Guardian, so you can give big shields to your teammates. You could say I talked about Boba, not sponsored, just to make time for this ability. And to that I say two things. First, no. Second, you really think I can talk for too long? I can write a whole script just talking about one ability, you insolent kid. I think you need a punishment. Go to your room and you will stay there for the last millennia without leaving and having no human interaction. F. Pills time. Oh, it's pills time. Sorry, but when you're old, you kinda need these things. You just need a little sniff and... Torvald's F makes you restore full shield in 1 second, and you can use this if you have full shield. Full shield in 1 second. Actually, it says that you only restore 2500 shield. Yeah, you're wrong. Just... Yeah. I don't know if you get it, but this ability is so strong. You basically restore half of your health in 1 second. I know that your shield will get affected by Wrecker, but this is basically a get out of jail card. And it's necessary because you need to have a way to restore your shield to protect your allies. You can't protect with no shield. You can't cancel to stop it earlier if you don't have much shield to restore. And if you can, do that. Do it. You don't know when that 3 milliseconds will end up saving your life. In case you didn't know, Guardian will increase your max shield up to 3625. So who wants a hug from Buff Papa? That means if you have Guardian level 2, your shield doubles your life. And you can even increase your max health with cards and buying Veteran, leaving you with the max of 8050 health and shield. I know I should have said that when I was talking about the passive, but the video is mine, so I have control. In conclusion, this ability just makes you tank what nobody should survive. It's so strong. Oh, you can booba your teammates when this is active. What does this button do? Oh my god, it's working! It's working, finally! I guess when you click this button, you fire lasers that goes through shields and deals 60 damage and applies knockback in an area 10 times per second during 2.35 seconds. When the ult is active, you are immune to crowd control. The only way to stop your ultimate, it's yourself. And you barely can move when this ability is active. Because you're old, okay? Don't think you can have this power and be zooming around. Though it will be fun, but with this ult you can do a lot of things. You can cook a turtle in lava, ult and put the damages or flanks away from your teammates. But if the enemies die, they can't kill your teammates, right? So just go sneak behind the enemy team and tell them to gently stay away from your team.
Sorry guys, but you must leave now. I have the badass pass, so please walk the opposite way. You piece of shit!
Oh my head. You can kill by pushing the enemies to the edge of the map, kill them with the beam, and can clean the way to make sure that your team had a peaceful battle and can walk in without any problems. My head hurts a lot now. I think that the effects of the medication are over. So in conclusion, it is a good ability. Even if the enemy have resilience, you can still push them away from you. Unless if they have Sentinel, but nobody buys that. And your ult is a little stronger now, because Sentinel is the thing that counters your ultimate, but your right click is countered by Unbound, so they have to make a choice now. I think I need to go to sleep. Much better. So Torvald's first talent makes you get more 200 shield on your Boba. That doesn't seem much, but it is, believe me. It's so busted. Because Guardian increases all kinds of shields that you create. Even Sentinel, so you can get to 10k health? Old Torvald, is that you? If you didn't get it already, Torvald is not a point tank. No, even if you have Veteran, max health on cards and Guardian, don't do it point tank. And I'm gonna tell you why he's not a point tank. First, you're a support. It doesn't matter if you have big health. Your job is not to go to the point, it's to protect others. With no talent, the enemy might think on buying Wrecker. If you use this, they are forced to buy it. So think about it. You pick this old guy, this is what happens to the enemy's item shop. Yeah, and if they buy Sentinel, they only have 1 free item slot for themselves, if they want to have a chance at winning the game. And sometimes that slot will be taken by Horde to counter you faster. This is the most optimal talent for you to choose, because there's a trick, but I need to explain the next talent for you to understand. This talent makes your handshakes twice as large, but that doesn't matter, this is only a bait. Here's the strat. You start the game and choose this talent with the cards. Here's the deck, but there's more at the end. And you buy Nimble. With that, the enemy team will think that you're with this playstyle and think twice before buying Wrecker. And if they buy Unbound first, that's great, because it's all according to plan. Then, before the round starts, you switch to your Booba build and buy Guardian after Nimble. And now they don't have enough record for your shield. There's not much to say about this talent, so I'm going to use it to explain Torvald in general. As Torvald, you just have to keep your team safe no matter what. You can sometimes do more than a support, and with this talent, you can protect your team from far away? The first talent is just better. Yes, this can come in clutch sometimes, but if you want to shake anybody's hand, you can do that most of the time without the talent. And that's it for this talent. Here's the loadout that I use for this. This talent is... Can we skip it? It's just so irrelevant. It grants 10% more damage to your bubble ally. That's it. I record just 1 game with this talent, and it's so bad that no one could even know where I use it. Until now. Me and my friend Robomen, in case you don't know, is this guy. Help me with this talent. In 1 game, I was Torvald pocketing a Tyra, and on the other game, I was a Tyra, using the same build. With that, I can affirm that being pocketed and helped by a Torvald, it's so good. And when I hear,
I've got ya!
I know that I can just go. But that happens when you're playing with a Torvald and not with this talent. You can't even tell if I'm dealing more damage or not. Don't choose this talent. It's bad. And it's the last talent that you can achieve. Torvald itself is good enough. And if you pick a certain talent, it will be even better. For items, you should have a couple that you must buy. Guardian, Chronos to spam boobas, Nimble to go with your teammates, and another one depending on what you're facing, like Veteran, Armor Plating, Arcane Warding, or even Bloodbath, because you're gonna have a lot of assists. And heal and shield for your team? It's Big Grandpa Sapporo. Finally, we can resume Torvald's capabilities. He has Giga Shield on himself, gives Giga Shields to allies, can Giga Silence enemies, and have 2 lives. Can push enemies from everywhere, and just his presence makes you buy 3 items if you are against him. Balanced. With that said, we all know now how Torvald works, and how powerful he is. Goodbye, my friends. I hope this video doesn't become updated 3 weeks after they update like the last episode.